thinking of arpeggios as just a shred tool. Most guitarists learn arpeggios to play fast, and that's fine. But it's not the only way to use them. That section you just heard, it's almost all arpeggios. Today I'm breaking down exactly how I wrote this part, the shapes, the choices, and the one thing that makes it sound like a melody instead of exercise. If this is your first time here, I'm Rodrigues, a professional musician and guitar teacher for over 30 years. On this channel you'll find guitar lessons, gear reviews, music theory, and more. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss new videos. You might look at all the theory in this video and think it's too advanced for you. Don't worry, even if you're a beginner, you'll learn something very useful. This part comes from my song La Première Experience, from my album Tales of a Changing Life Part 1. It's available on all streaming platforms and physical copies are available on my Bandcamp. I'll leave all the links in the description. I got inspired by Guthrie Govan's song Waves. Mine doesn't sound like his, but it showed me something very important. Arpeggios can carry a melody. They don't have to be just fast, random notes. I wrote this after a trip to Paris, where I fell in love with the French artistic scene. When I got home, I wrote this chord progression, inspired by traditional French music. E minor 7, F sharp 7, A minor 6, B7, E minor 7, E7, A minor 7, G diminished, B flat diminished, and B7. For each chord, I played an arpeggio over it. Sometimes it's the chord's own arpeggio, sometimes a different one, and sometimes just a few notes borrowed from a scale. The first arpeggio is the E minor 7-9, starting on the open E string. The first arpeggio, it's a E minor 7-9, it's gonna be like this. It begins with the open string, and then it plays the 9th and the minor 3rd. Moving down to the 5th, and then moving down is just the octave. And then the root here, okay? So this whole part. And then you go down here with the E minor triad arpeggio, minor 3rd and the 5th, and then the minor 7th here on the 3rd string. You slide up from the 7th to the root. This whole part with the tabs. The second chord is F sharp 7. Here I'm actually playing the F sharp Phrygian dominant, which is the same thing as B harmonic minor scale. But I keep the focus on the chord tones and just add a few extra scale notes on the top. So now this next part we have the F sharp 7 arpeggio. Here we have the 5th and the 3rd of the arpeggio. Right here, so. And now I just follow the harmonic minor scale. Right, but actually when I do this here, when I do this part here, that's the major 3rd of the F sharp. So. Now with the tabs. Next, I simply play the A minor 6 arpeggio over the A minor 6 chord, nothing fancy here. Now the A minor arpeggio is going to be like this. So you can see that I'm playing the arpeggio like I'm mixing two shapes on a diagonal position. So it begins on the root, on the top string, and then the minor 3rd, and then move down to the 5th, move down to the octave or the root, and then I repeat the minor 3rd here, and then move down to the 5th, and I add the 6th right here. Over the B7, I play a Paul Gilbert style B major arpeggio with string skipping. Now we have the B major triad arpeggio. Actually, it's based on this shape here, right? The whole arpeggio is going to be like this. And I'm actually playing with string skipping, right? So it's going to be like this. Right, so I'm playing the root, the major third, and I have the 5th here on the 3rd string, and I go back to the root on the bottom, and the 3rd on the 3rd string, right? So like this. Sometimes I play with hybrid picking, okay? You can see that I'm plucking at the 1st string with my middle finger. Sometimes I pick all the notes, sometimes I play with hybrid picking. It depends on my mood, actually. Okay, so now with the tabs. The next chord is the E minor 7 again, but this time I play 2 arpeggios over it. The E minor 7 and the G major 7. Why G major 7? If you break down its notes, you will see it's exactly the same notes as E minor 7, 9, just starting from a different note. It's based on this chord here and the G major 7, right? So it's going to be like this. So that's the E minor 7, right? Minor 7, 5th, minor 3rd, and root, right? So, and then I slide up to the 5th, to the minor 3rd here of the minor 7, and actually it's the major 7, sorry. So, and here we have the major 7 arpeggio. Right? So it's going to be like this. Slide up, right? So that's the root of the G major 7 arpeggio, and I go down here, major 3rd, perfect 5th, and then I have the major 7 right here. Alright, so. And I slide up here, and I go back to the E minor. It's based on this shape. Alright, so. There's this string skipping here. Right, so this whole part with the tabs. A quick pause. If you want to take your playing further, check out my Guitar Academy website. I have ebooks and online courses for every level. And this month they are on a very special price. Visit www.rrguitaracademy.com. Link is also in the description. The next chord is a E7, but instead of the obvious choice, I play a B minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio with a few notes from a harmonic minor mixed in. Why? I think of E7 as Phrygian dominant. If you look at the key of a harmonic minor, B minor 7 flat 5 sits on its 2nd degree, which gives it a strong intervallic connection to the E7. So now the B minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio is going to be like this. So it's based on this shape. Right? So it's going to be like that. I'm adding some chromatic notes here. Right? And I go back to the diminished arpeggio. Right? So. Right? So actually, so that's the root of the arpeggio, right? But that's the 5th of the chord. That's the 7th of the chord. Right? That's the minor 3rd of that arpeggio, right? So that note is an F. That F is a minor 2nd of that E. So that's why it sounds so good. Right? Now with the tabs. Next comes a sequence of A minor arpeggios with string skipping. I play these arpeggios with hybrid picking, plucking the high E string with my middle finger. So this next part, it's all the A minor arpeggio, right? So the first one is going to be based on this shape. The second one is going to be based on this one. And the last one on this one. It's all played with hybrid picking, right? So like this. So you can see that I'm hitting the note here with the pick, right? And then pick it here again, and then I pluck it, that last note there with my middle finger, so like this. So that's the pattern. Right? Now with the tabs. For the next two chords, the G diminished and B flat diminished, I skip arpeggios entirely and play the G diminished scale, again using string skipping. The G diminished scale is going to be like this. So actually it follows a pattern of a whole step, half step, right? If we play it now, the vertical position is going to be like this. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, and so on. So the whole thing one more time. And the lick, it's based on this scale, so it's going to be like this. You can see that I'm plucking the first string, right, with my middle finger, right, my right hand middle finger. So it's going to be like that. Right, so half step, whole step, half step, whole step, right? Now with the tabs. And the last chord is a B7. The first part I play the G arpeggio with slides, and on the second half I play the B7 arpeggio with tappings and string skipping. The last arpeggio, the B major, it's going to be like this. I'm starting on the fourth here, the E note, right? So fourth, third, root, fifth, and I slide down here to the third. It's based on the chord here. Root, and I slide down from the third to the root, and it's gonna be based on this chord. Right, so like this. And then move up here. It's gonna be the fifth, fourth, third, and then root, right? So this whole part with the tabs. And the last arpeggio, it's also a B, but now it's a B7 arpeggio. It's played in the second section. It's going to be like this. So the beginning is exactly the same. And now I slide from that fifth to the seventh, right? Which is the E, A note, right? Right, and then here, and then tapping, right? So one more time with the tapping. It's hard to play it slow. Now with the tabs. As you can see, there's more than one way to play arpeggios. It's not just sweep picking shred. This is my approach to making them sound melodic. And if that's what you were looking for, this is a solid way to get there. There's a lot in this video. Don't try to learn it all at once. Break it down piece by piece, understanding the relationship between each arpeggio and its chords. Take your time and enjoy the process. If you want to learn more about me, my music, and my private lessons, please check out my website at www.rodrigues.net. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I read all of them. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.